Welcome back. Another little adventure again today. So you can probably see I'm in the boat. So what am I doing? So I'm just travelling from Langston down to the West Solent is where I'm going. So what am I doing down here? So smoothhounds, hopefully some bass, and ideally a stinger or two. I'm only poodling along at 4 knots, sort of 5 knots at the moment, going against the tide. And what am I doing that speed for? Well, I like to watch the scenery as I go past, but also I'm looking for the birds working. Got my binoculars, and yeah, quite often not down this neck of the woods between Cows, and Cows is now just to my port side, and quite often see birds working here, so you get quite a lot of bass around and the like sort of thing. So if I see some birds working, I'll shoot over there. I've also been collecting a little bit of bait as I've been coming down. When you're going along, you often see a couple of big old seagulls or something like that in the water, sort of pecking away at something, and generally that's cuttlefish this time of year. So yeah, so I'll whip over there and basically whip the cuttlefish away from the seagulls. I feel for them a little bit, really, the old seagulls, you know, that's what they're eating, but it's good cod bait, and it's free, so why not? So I've got 2 so far, and yeah, so I should cut those up and freeze those down a bit later, ready for the cod season. I'm looking down now towards the Needles. Nice and clear, lovely day out here. You can ask for a better day, really. So I've got about another 4 miles to where I want to go. First off, I'm going to fish right through to the evening tonight, probably dark really, and then I shall find a nice little anchorage, anchor up for a few hours, a bit of kip, and then have another go again tomorrow. But we'll see what happens, and yeah, I'll let you know. I'll bring you back when you get some action going on, sort of thing. So anyway, I'm just piddling along. Got 2 rods in the water, so one's with squid and one's with ragworm. So hopefully a chance of a stinger on the rag, and the squid, who knows who's going to come along. Probably doggers, probably maybe some bass, and hopefully as well to go with it some smoothhounds. It's pretty choppy actually out here at the moment. You've got a wind against tide scenario, so the tide's going towards the west, and the wind is coming from the west, so it's colliding at the moment. So yeah, it's pretty much open down. 8 ounces of lead weight on as well. I've had a few knocks already though. A few knocks on the ragworm. Felt a bit breamy really, to be honest. Yeah, probably got bigger hooks, 2 bigger hooks for bream, but we'll keep with it, see what happens. And if I keep getting the old knocks and that, I'll bring the hook size down, and hopefully we'll get a bream or whatever it is. It may even be small bass maybe down there, sort of thing. So yeah, so I'm rocking and rolling. Hopefully it's not too noisy on the old mic with the wind. But yeah, hopefully get into some action here now. Well, first one on. Let's see what it comes of this. Ah, looks like a good dogfish actually. Oh no, it's a ray. It's a ray already. Hey! Well, that's a good sign. When it was coming up, the wings were all together, sort of thing. It looked like a dogfish from a field. It looks like a spotted. I'll get it in the net in a minute. So there we go, tiny little spotted. Been here probably 10 minutes, quarter of an hour at most. Very nice. I have to say, I thought it was a dogfish at first when the wings all covered, it's all closed in. It looked like a dogfish from afar. Anyway, nice to see. Gonna get it back. I'm gonna guess. I'm not gonna weigh it. I'm guessing they're probably about 3 to 4 pounds, something like that. Let's get it back in. And it's away. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you, but that's a good sign. As I said, I was getting a few little nibbles here and there, and I thought it was bream, but I don't think it is. I think it's some of these little things. Look at that, lovely little starry. Only very small, nice little pup. Beautiful, aren't they? Look at them. Lovely eyes, nice stars on the back. Anyway, I'm gonna get it back, ready for a fight another day. In a few more years' time, that'll be a cracker, won't it, eh? Let's get him back, eh? Yeah, gone off like an absolute dart, that one. Brilliant stuff. Let's bag some more, eh? We're in. Absolute bites, quite a few bites at the moment. Both rods are going, either one. Trying to look into them, but that's what I reckon it was. Little smoothhounds. Anyway, let's get back to it. I'll take this little opportunity to discuss what I'm using for the day. So, reel. It's my beach fishing reel, but I've brought this for dual purpose actually. I wanted to use it for beach fishing and also on the boat for when I go sort of cod fishing and tope fishing and all that sort of stuff. So, there it is. So it's a Surf Blaster 3. So I've got 2 spools with this reel. So obviously one of them I use for, I lined it up for beach fishing, and in this one I've lined up for boat fishing. So I've got 30-pound braid, whiplash, which I quite like to use. I've got a rubbing leader, I don't know if you can see that. I've got a black rubbing leader just there. So again, that's amnesia, so I coupled that up to 30-pound amnesia. Always like using a rubbing leader, just because obviously if you're fishing rough marks and the like, then obviously you're not tearing up your nice braid, expensive braid as well, and yeah, so you don't want to do that. So I've coupled it up with an ugly stick, 20-pound class, and it's the GX2. Really like these rods. I always have liked the ugly sticks. They're a good all-rounder. They really do perform well. I've had this a few years now and really happy with it. I also coupled this up with a slosh as well, slosh 30, when I was bait fishing as well. But as I said, I've now gone for the fixed spool. I just want to try fixed spool and see how I get on with it. I'm going to do a season with a fixed spool and see how I get on. So rig, just a normal running ledger, sort of the old zip slider type scenario, with about 3.5 foot of tray, something like that. Bit of squid on the end. You can't see the hook, but the hook is just a sort of 3.0 hook really. No particular brand really, just get them off eBay, just cheap and cheerful. I'm not really one for buying really expensive hooks really, to be honest with you. I generally trash the hooks or lose them, or they get blunt anyway, sort of thing. I'm sure the more expensive hooks would be better, but that's what I use. It works for me, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to in the old water and see if we can get something a bit different. See if there's a few smoothhounds around. That would be nice. And many of you probably know that Mark Williams Sea Angling, he's just in front of me actually. He's about, I'd say about a quarter of a mile, maybe a bit less, something like that. And he's told me he's had a smoothhound already over there, so quite a nice one. So yeah, they're around. Hopefully we'll get one. I'm getting those annoying real little taps you get, you know, it goes tap, 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 and then it goes, and then tap, 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 goes. It's really annoying, and I think, right, that's it, I'm gonna roll my rod and see if I can get this thing. I think it may be pout actually. I know earlier on I said it may be bream, and I was getting loads of little smooth down there, but actually I wonder if it may be pout. It's literally, I'm putting worm on, within minutes and getting a tap. So I'm going to try and catch one of these little buggers and see how we get on. Getting frustrating though. Oh, it's getting frustrating. Stripping my worm instantly. Just going to give it a pull up, see if we can entice something. Well, you know, I said I kept getting bait robbed. I'm not too sure what it was, I mean, maybe bream or something like that, but there they are, look, little bream, just the size as your hand roughly. Look at them, absolutely fantastic, aren't they, the bream? Lovely colours, real good fight for their size, these fish. I really do like them, but they are stripping, hey! Stripping my baits like you wouldn't believe. But I want to get this back because they don't last particularly too long, especially when I drop it on the floor. Well, with the situation with the little breamer around, we're absolutely robbing your bait senseless. I've decided to change a bit of tactic actually. I'm going to put a little sand eel on. So I'm going to get a few sand eels, bind them all up with a bit of elastic so they stay on there, hoping that maybe the bream won't touch this so much as the lovely squid that I've got going down there, and target the rays a bit more. That's what I want, is rays, smoothhounds, that sort of thing, and obviously any bass, maybe a bass as well on the old sand eel. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, try and change a tactic and hopefully stop those bream bites. It's just stripping you rotten, but we'll give it a go, see what happens. Well, it's been quite slow really, to be honest. The last sort of hour and a half sort of thing. The bream bites are gone. It's just sort of gone dead. But I was thinking to myself, strange, I've not had a dogfish yet. But they turn up in the end though, don't they? They always turn up in the end. Oh yes. Anyway, nice to see, as usual. Not bad size. And let's get the thing back, and still trying to target a few rays and smoothies and whatever really, to be honest with you. But yeah, a bit slow, but that's fishing, isn't it? He's back, all done. Well, I've had a bit of a move. I've gone further west slightly, and I've gone slightly inshore slightly as well. I'm only in 10 foot of water. It's really shallow here actually, sort of thing, but this is where they get the stingers, around this sort of area. So it's low tide. I'm going to fish it up. The wind's with the boat and the tide's with going that way as well with the boat, so it's wind and tide together, which is great. So it's calmed right down now, and it's starting to cool down a little bit as well, sort of thing. I think I might have a bit of sunburn, which is a bit of a bummer, but hey ho, never mind. I'm going to get back into the fishing again, and hopefully we'll bag a stinger. I really would like to finish this day stroke evening with a stingray. Never caught one, and I'd love to catch one and show it to you guys and girls. And yeah, let's get to it and see what happens. Well, it's all going a little bit dormant and all the rest of it. Not too much happening at the very start, but then suddenly a nice little bite appeared. So I was thinking, that looks a little bit like a bream, that does. I thought the old bream are going to be here again, the old black bream, but look at that, a gilt-head bream. What a nice surprise. You've got to admit, they're looking good, aren't they? Very similar to the black bream, and noticeably, look at the nose. Totally different to a black bream, that is. Welcome. Surprise. Do you know what? I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to eat this. I'm not going to put it back. This is going on the table. So, am I going to see any more gilt-head breams, I wonder? I'm really targeting the stingers with the ragworm, but nevertheless, it's nice to have a gilted. It's going in the box, the cool box. I thought I'd show the opportunity here to show you what rig I'm using for the stingers. So again, I'm just using the running ledger, bead each end, swivel, and about 2.5 to 3 foot, and a load of bunched up ragworm. And underneath that lot there's about a size 3/0 hook. So I was hoping to bunch a load together with a load of elastic, but I forgot the bloody elastic. So what I've done is, the quite big worms I've got here, so I'm just head hooking them and splitting the tail, and then putting the tail on as well. So there's a nice sort of bunch there really. Would have been nice to have a bit of elastic, but hey ho. So yeah, so it's early flood tide. We're about 2 hours in. Very shallow, as I said, it's only still 10 foot, but they've been having them off the beach here, so hopefully we may bag one. Bit of luck, it would be nice. Anyway, let's get this cast out. Start the cast. I'm not casting too far, to be honest, at the back of the boat, but then again, you never know, I might have another gilted bream, you just don't know, do you, sort of thing. But we'll see. It may start to happen once it gets dark here, or being that it's quite shallow, but that's not going to be till about sort of 9, 10 o'clock at the moment in June, sort of thing. But we'll see. Wish me luck. Well, time's getting on now, and the sun is starting to set in the background. It's not far away. I hope I ain't blinding you with the camera, but there's my view. Absolutely flat as you like. For anyone who knows the solent, it's not often you see the solent as flat as that, but it's going to be an absolute cracking evening, I reckon. Just hopefully the fish play ball and we have a result. So we're still going cracking on. Well, as you can see, it's dark now, and I just had a cracking bite, absolute cracking bite. I thought it was like a bream at first, and then the rod just shot over like, and giving it the drags go and all the rest of it. Ping! It went at the trace, absolutely gutted, and that was on my ragworm as well. So I don't know if that was a big stingray or something like that, but it just snapped like cotton. And that was 30-pound amnesia as well. So yeah, I've ranked up the trace line now. I'm up to 70 pound just in case. There was some big stingers out there, sort of thing, but it definitely didn't feel like a smoothhound or anything like that, but it definitely had some power behind it, that's for sure. I'm absolutely gutted, but never mind, it's the way it is, isn't it, sometimes. But the rod's back out there, and well, yeah, still trying for that stingray sort of thing. So the mission's on still, the mission's on. I'm buzzing for this, I'm absolutely buzzing, so really want to get this going. So I'm going to put all the effort into it, and hopefully I'm rewarded. Well, another new species, a little silver eel. Lucky for me, it come off. I hate those things. They just wrap up your line, get all snotty and horrible. To be honest, it was a bonus coming off at the back of the boat here. I'm quite happy, really, to be honest with you. But another new species. So what have I had so far today? I've had dogfish, smoothhound, spotted ray, gilted bream, a normal black bream, and the eel. So we're doing all right so far for species, but still want that stinger. I really want that stinger. You know, when you get at that stage where you think, I can't leave this place till I've got it. It's getting like that for me, you know. I'm just going to bung the hours in and get it, but I'm running out of ragworm sort of thing, so it's not good at the moment, and I'm getting loads of little nibbles which is destroying my bait, so it's a bit of a nightmare at the moment with that. So but we'll keep at it, and hopefully we can get one before the bait's all gone, but never mind, we'll see what happens. Well people, It's 5:30 AM. I've only had a few hours sleep. But what a morning. Look at that. Absolutely lovely. That is flat as a mill pond, that. Absolutely great. The only one problem is though, where I anchored up last night, it was a little bit shallow. I'm pretty much touching bottom, so I ain't going anywhere for a few hours by the look of it. But never mind, I shall have a bit of breakfast and then I shall probably go for a few hounds maybe. Stingers never turned up, but hey ho, just got plagued by eels, silver ones. But the fishing continues. Well, we're back at it again, we're back fishing. So I've come near a sort of home port, just off Hill Head, hoping for a few smoothhounds to finish the weekend off. So yeah, another glorious day, full sort of 2 winds, beating down sunshine, absolutely bloody cracking day again. And yeah, got about 3 hours, maybe something like that, to do a bit of fishing, then it's head for home and clean the boat down, and that's another weekend done. But let's hope we get a few smoothies. Right, I think I've got a possible smoothie on at the moment. It's giving me a bit of grief, this one. And now I'm rocking all over the place. I mean, you see the bend in that rod, but it is giving me a bit of grief. It is brilliant. Oh, mate. It's going to go for the dive in a minute, I can feel it. Getting near that surface. Here she comes. Let's get the net out. Oh my God, he didn't like that. Just touched it with the net. It's extremely hard when you're doing this on your own. That's the second attempt. Third time lucky, hopefully. Right, just don't like to do this really. Finally got it. Well, there we go, finally got it in the boat. As I said, it's not easy. Absolutely, give me a nice old bite, cracking fight. Look at that. That's what we come for, isn't it? That's exactly what we come for. Good old smoothie. I'm guessing 6, 7 maybe, something like that. You know, fighting machine that is, absolute fighting machine. Anyway, I'm gonna get this one back. Darted off. Hopefully. Well, that's it for me. It's time to go in now. I've had a few hours out here fishing before I go home. So hope you've enjoyed it. So it's been a day, night and a partial day again the next day sort of thing. So a bit of a good weekend fishing really. Not got exactly everything I wanted to get. I was really after that stinger, but it wasn't to be, but never mind. I think I might try for the short next time for the stingray. But hope you enjoyed. And don't forget there'll be plenty more videos coming up in the future, so don't forget to hit the button, subscribe, thumbs up and support the channel if you would. That'd be fantastic. So tight lines everyone, get out there and get some fish.